My name is Ummuhan Bardak. I work for the European Training Foundation as a senior specialist in labor market and migration. ETF has been working on the skills dimension of migration for more than 10 years, mostly focused in the countries of European neighborhood region. Based on our experience, I would like to make 5 points on this aspect. The first point is higher labor market transparency. Both countries of origin and destination need to invest and exchange more in labor market information. This would involve the type of information such as current and future skill needs, vacancies, job profiles, occupational standards, so that the potential migrants could get much better information for making right decisions. My second point is higher transparency and quality of education and training systems. This is particularly important for better signaling of the education credentials for employers. There are some initiatives undertaken by different countries in this field. Particularly, we can mention about the development of national qualifications framework, which culminated, by the way, in the European Union as European Qualifications Framework. There are also some other tools developed for more transparency, such as Europass, used by the European citizens, so that both potential migrants and potential employers could get better idea on what the migrants can do. My third point is about recognition and validation of migrant skills. Recognition and validation issues are quite complicated across the countries, and it's one of the most difficult issues to tackle with, especially for the migrants with medium skills. We see that there has been some international arrangements or agreements on the recognition of higher education diplomas, such as Lisbon Recognition Convention, or within the European Union Professional Recognition Directive. However, there has been very little in the field of medium or technical level skills, and especially in sectors with high labor mobility. We need to focus to work on this aspect in particular. My fourth point is innovative intermediary services for international labor and skills matching. Why I say innovative services? Because international labor matching requires much more services rather than just job placement. I think the intermediaries working in the international level has to combine a set of different services together to make the matching the most efficient way. These services are skills audit of the migrants, potential migrants, recognition and validation issues, job placement, of course guidance, counseling and job placement, but also special skills development programs for migration if it is found that's missing, as well as developing special skills partnerships between the countries of origin and destination. My fifth point is the involvement of wider number of the actors in the migration agenda. Migration, unfortunately or fortunately, is not anymore a business of Interior's ministry. It is also a business of the ministries of labor, education and training institutions, public employment services or private employment services, and also especially local actors, because migration is happening at the local level. So wider number of actors has to be involved in the migration so that there is a better way to deal with it. Considering all these aspects, when we think about the local context, I think 3 aspects are very important. The first one is We talk about labor market information, but we need labor market information at local level. So this is really a very important starting point to know what is needed at the local level. The second thing about the validation and recognition aspects, we know that these issues so far has been dealt with at the national level, mostly as a bureaucratic exercise, as reviewing the diplomas, but at this specific local context, we need the involvement of the local actors in assessing the migrant skills, qualifications, and this would involve in particular the enterprises, local enterprises and social partners. And the last but not least is the existence of local intermediaries. Again, most of the international intermediary services are based in capital cities and function at a national level, but there needs to be some local institutions dealing with the labor matching systems at local level.